let's start the schedules under Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 of the subject Pharmaceutical Jurisprudence. You have to remember this topic is very very important for the different pharmaceutical exams such as GPAT, NIPER, RRB, CRE, and also Drug Inspector, UPSC, CDSCO. For all the exams, this topic is very very important. Anyhow, question comes from this topic 110%. So you have to remember all the schedules. Okay, I'll take you the trick how to remember that. The first thing is that Schedule A. Schedule A describes application form and licensing types. So how to remember that? See, Schedule A and application. If you see that Schedule A application, so A for application. Okay, Schedule A for application. Next, Schedule B. If you are applying for something, definitely you have to pay the fee. Okay, but to get something, to get the best result, to get the best result, you have to provide fee. Yes or no? You have to pay some money. So B for best result, and best result will be get in where? In different test. So laboratory, state drug laboratory or central drug laboratory test and analysis. So for B, fees. Okay, so in Schedule A describes application form. Schedule A describes, one second. Schedule A describes application form, and Schedule B describes fee for the test or analysis by CDL or SDL. So what is CDL? CDL is Central Drug Laboratory, and what is SDL? SDL is State Drug Laboratory. Okay. Next, Schedule C. C contains various biological products and their regulations such as serum, adrenaline, vitamins, etc. And then you will see Schedule D. Schedule D, list of drugs exempted from the provision of the import of drugs. So D for drugs. D for drugs. So you have to remember like this, D for drugs. So Schedule D will tell you about list of drugs. Which drug? The drugs which are exempted to provision of the import. Okay. Okay. Next, Schedule E. E, when you will say E is like, if somebody gives you poison, then what you will do? You will eat that poison, or you will say like, ew, I will not eat. Why? Because you will drink that poison or you will eat that poison, you will die. Very simple. So you will not eat. What you will say? You will say, ew, I will not eat that. So Schedule E for poisons. You have to remember. I'll tell you. You just see what once and you will remember very easily. Schedule E for poisons. So Schedule E will tell you the list of poisonous substances under Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani system. List of poisonous substances under Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani system. Schedule F. This contains the regulation C. F. For F, what you will do? You will eat food. When you will eat food, what will happen? You will get some blood. Blood will be generated in the body after you will eat food. Yes or no? So Schedule F. This contains regulation and standard for the running of blood bank. For blood bank. This blood bank is very very important. Blood bank. So Schedule F is related to blood bank. That means it will tell you the regulation and standards for running a blood bank. Simply, what are the requirements for running of a blood bank? So it will be Schedule F will tell you about blood bank. Next, Schedule F1. Schedule F1, provisions applicable to the product of bacterial vaccines. Not only bacterial vaccines, you can write there, one second, you can write there bacterial vaccines, viral vaccines. One second, please. Bacterial vaccines, viral vaccines, etc. So Schedule F1 will tell you about Schedule F1, provisions application to the production of the bacterial vaccines and viral vaccines, etc. Schedule F2, standards for the surgical dressing. Schedule F2, standards for the surgical dressing. So see how to remember that F2. I should not tell that But if you remember, you will say a word during any danger situation. Suddenly you got hurt. Suddenly you got hurt, and due to since you fall down of your bike or something, like you got hurt, due to which what happens, some cut is there in your body. Due to cut, for example, your finger has a cut there all of a sudden due to accident or something, then what will happen? Due to cut, there is two different part, you have to remember, there is two different part. So ultimately what is happening, for that you will do the dressing. To cure that, what you will do, you will do the dressing, yes or no? So for that you have to remember, you will understand very easily, a term is there, that is using F word. You will say like FF, you will say two times. So due to cut, your finger got two parts now. Yes. So what you will do, you will do the emergency, you will go to hospital and you will do the dressing. Yes or no? To treat that cut. So F2. You have to remember like this. This is the sarcastic way to remember, okay? So don't feel bad, okay? Don't get me wrong also, please. So for F2, F2 stands for surgical dressing. F2 stands for surgical dressing. Okay, next F3. F3 stands for umbilical tapes. F3 stands for umbilical tapes. Okay, next schedule FF. FF stands for ophthalmic preparation. And if you want to know the reality, harsh reality, then it is that these F1, F2, F3 and FF are very very important. F1, F2, F3 and FF are very very important. You have to remember that, because whenever students are studying, they after learning that, whenever they are going to exam, they forget it very, very easily. They get confused during the exam. That's why examiner is also asking this most of the time. Even last year in GPET question, they were also asking about F3. F3 means which one? Umbilical tape. Yes or no? So F3 is about umbilical tape. So you have to remember these very very easily. These four: F1, F2, F3, and FF. So please repeat after me. F1 is provision applicable for the production of the bacterial vaccine. F2 is for surgical dressing. F3 is for umbilical tapes, and FF is for ophthalmic preparation. FF is for ophthalmic preparation. FF is for ophthalmic preparation. Okay. Next, Schedule G is there. Schedule G. One second. Schedule G. Schedule G. List of drugs. Schedule G, list of drugs that falls in under Schedule G. That means it should be it should be taken under the supervision of registered medical practitioner, or it should be taken under the supervision of medical team, any physician or anyone. Okay, so this drug fall under the Schedule G. Schedule G taken under the supervision of a registered medical practitioner. Most of these drugs are hormonal preparations. Most of these drugs are hormonal preparation. As this drug is hormonal preparation, and it should be taken in the presence of any medical supervision. Okay, next, Schedule H drug. Schedule H drug is very very important. You have to remember that Schedule H is very very important. In Schedule H, the list of drug that falls under the Schedule H, those drugs which will be sold in the presence of registered medical practitioner. Okay, so without the prescription, these drugs are not sold. So simply, Schedule H drugs are also called prescription drug. Schedule H drugs are also called prescription drug. Why? Because it is sold only in the presence of any prescription from physician or doctor or registered medical practitioner. Okay. So Schedule H drug is also called prescription drug. You have to remember that. So Schedule H for drugs which falls under Schedule H. That means it should be sold in the presence of registered medical practitioner. Okay. Next, Schedule J contains list of various diseases and conditions that cannot be treated under any drug currently in market, and no drug may lead to claim that to treat that disease. Ultimately, Schedule J will list those those diseases or conditions which cannot be treated. Schedule J contains the list of diseases or condition which cannot be treated by using medicine, and that medicine is even not even exist these days. Okay, so no drug may legally claim that this disease can be treated by using that drug. Okay, next, Schedule K. Schedule K contains various substances and drugs and their corresponding regulations. Various substances and drugs and their corresponding regulation. Schedule L. It prescribes the list of drugs to be sold on prescription only omitted. Only omitted. You have to remember that, only omitted. Next, Schedule M. Schedule M, already you have studied very easily Schedule M in your B Pharmacy also. That is GMP, good manufacturing practices. Schedule M contains premises, good manufacturing practices, good laboratory practices, good clinical practices, everything. GLP, GMP, GCP, all these things. So Schedule M is all about GMP. GMP means good manufacturing practices. Requirement of factory premises, plants, equipments, etc. for the manufacturing of drug. You will remember it very easily, and you have to remember one thing, that Schedule M is very important. Schedule M is also very important, and Schedule X is also very important. We will go to that later. So Schedule N, list of minimum equipments for the running of a pharmacy. List of minimum equipments for the running of a pharmacy. Schedule N is list of minimum equipments for the running of a pharmacy. After that, you will see also, after M you will see M1, M2, M3. These things are not mentioned here, I think. Okay, but I will show you. One second, I will show you. You have to remember these also. Okay, these are also very important. Yes. See, I told you. Schedule M is good manufacturing practices. Then Schedule M1. M1, factory premises for homeopathic medicine. M1 is factory premises for homeopathic medicine. M2 is factory premises for cosmetics. Wait. M1, factory premises for homeopathic medicine. M2, factory premises for cosmetics. And M3, again factory premises for medical devices. This M3 is very important. M3, factory premises for medical devices, and it is very important. Okay, so you have to remember that. So next we will see Schedule N. Schedule N is the list of minimum equipments for running a pharmacy. That means what are the equipment requires for running a pharmacy. Next, Schedule O. See, whenever you will see a bottle of Dettol, so Dettol bottle is like this. Okay, yes or no? On this Dettol, you will see a symbol like this. If you remember, a symbol like this on the bottle of Dettol. Dettol, Dettol. So if you remember this symbol, you can very easily remember that Schedule O. This is because of Schedule O, and Schedule O is mainly denoting what? Schedule O contains various regulations and requirements for disinfectant fluid. Disinfectant fluid such as Dettol and all these things. So Schedule O contains various regulation and requirement for disinfectant fluid. Next, Schedule O1. Provisions application applicable to black fluid and white fluid disinfectant. Schedule P. Schedule P. P for period. P for period. P for period. So what is the time period for a drug? That will be denoted by Schedule P. So storage condition of drug. No, not storage condition. It is wrong. Schedule P is for period, time period of a drug or validity. Okay. Schedule P1, pack size. This is correct. P1. So see, the first alphabet is what? First alphabet is A. Okay. So P is for period, time period. That is Schedule P. But when it comes to Schedule P1, P1 comes to 1 means A. So you will write PA. So you will very easily remember, okay, P for period, PA for peg size. P for period and PA for peg size. Okay. So by this way you have to remember P1 is for peg size. Schedule Q. Q, list of, see, colors. Very important. Q for colors. So normally colors is written by COLLORS, colors. Yes or no? But right now, this time you have to write colors by Q. QOLLORS. Colors. You have to say colors. Okay. So schedule Q. Q for list of dyes, colors, and pigments, and permitted to used in the cosmetics and soap. So schedule Q is for colors. Okay. Schedule Q is for colors. Next, schedule R. See, schedule R. R for rubber. R is for rubber. Rubber starts with R. So schedule R. R stands for condom made of rubber latex intended for single use and another mechanical contraceptive. So schedule R, one second. Schedule R stands for condom, rubber latex and mechanical contraceptives. Next, schedule S. S for cosmetics. S, last S. Cosmetics. Schedule S stands for cosmetics. You have to remember schedule S for cosmetics. S for S. S for S. So schedule S stands for cosmetics. Okay. So like this you have to remember schedule S for cosmetics. Yes. Okay. Next, schedule T. Schedule T, very easy. You have to remember schedule T. T for traditional drugs. What are traditional drugs? Traditional drugs are, what are traditional drugs? See, schedule T. T is required for the factory premises, plant, equipment, and hygienic condition for the manufacture of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. So what are the traditional drugs? They are Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. Traditional drugs, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. So schedule T is for traditional drugs. Schedule T is for traditional drugs. Why I am not getting a perfect color? I don't know. Wait a second, please. Yes, this will be the best, I think. No. I think this will be better. Yes. Schedule T is for traditional drug. Next, schedule U. Schedule U. You have to remember schedule U. Schedule U particularly shown for the manufacturing of record. Record book, notebook. Record book, notebook. Schedule U for record book, notebook. Okay. So how was our previous diary when we were in small child? So our diary was like work homework diary. So it was homework diary, and along with that there was a smile like this. There was a smile like this. When I was in class 1 2, my diary, the front page of my diary was like this. So there was a smile. So when you will see the smile, you have to remember U. U means diary. Diary means record. Okay. So by this way, you have to remember schedule U. Schedule U is for manufacturing records. Next, schedule B. Schedule B stands for patent proprietary medicine. Schedule B stands for patent and proprietary medicine. Schedule X. Schedule X is very important. I forgot to tell you. Schedule X is very important. You have to focus on that. Schedule X is very important. See, whenever you are writing, whenever you will see any X symbol like this. Sorry, this is not appropriate. This is an X symbol. What does it mean? It means that dangerous. The schedule X is for danger drugs. So list of drugs fall under the schedule X like narcotics and psychotropics. Like narcotics and psychotropics. Narcotics and psychotropics. Narcotics and psychotropics. Okay. Next, Schedule Y. Schedule Y, simply you have to remember clinical trials. Schedule Y is the last 213 and 220 213 and 2013 and 2014 it was implemented. So schedule Y is about clinical trials, you have to remember. So schedule Y, requirements and guidelines for the permission or import and manufacture of new drugs for sale of undertaking clinical trials. So whenever you will see schedule Y, you have to remember clinical trial. Whenever you will see schedule Y, you have to remember what? clinical trials. You have to remember clinical trials. Okay, am I clear? Okay, thank you. If you like the video, please do subscribe, and you will see more videos also. Next rule under the schedule Y section. What are the different section? Schedule Y means that clinical trial. Actually, this was about, I prepared that PDF for mainly explaining the schedule Y. Okay, I'll tell you later. This is different. So this was all about schedules. Trick to remember schedules. Okay, thank you.